Welcome to the 29 Fouls, Striker Edition. We all know we need a striker, but who are we gonna get? Only time will tell. Today, we open the case of Benjamin Šeško. So who is Benjamin Šeško? 22 years old, born May 2003, 6'5", preferred foot, right, current shirt number, 30. So Benjamin Šeško is a professional footballer, obviously, who at the moment is playing for RB Leipzig in the Bundesliga, and he also plays for his national team, Slovenia. So this is a player that Arsenal have been rumoured to be interested in, literally within the last couple of months, and last year to be honest. So over the last 3 seasons, Šeško has gone from a breakout star at RB Salzburg to adjusting at Leipzig, and now he's seen as one of Europe's most exciting young number 9s. He's got pace, presence, and a real eye for goal. But how does that translate into numbers? Let's dive into his stats. So first, let's look at his minutes played. As you can see, over the last 3 seasons, because we're just going to be focusing on the last 3 seasons. Out of the last 3 seasons, the most recent season, the 24-25 season, he's played the most minutes. He's played 2,380 minutes. And one thing I'll say is don't take these minutes, don't take it for definite, because on these sites, the minutes are all different, innit? But you can just take it as a point of reference. So obviously in 22-23, when he was still at Salzburg, he usually played around 2,021 minutes, roughly. Like I said, don't fixate on the number as a definite. But yeah, that's obviously the Austrian league. Then he got his move to Leipzig, where he played around 1,526 minutes, and we can just see the progression from them to obviously the next season. Then he's playing more minutes, so you can just see he's more trusted. And cool, there's minutes, it's not linear. You can see it does drop and it goes back up. But he moves leagues. He goes from the Austrian league to the German league, so he moves to a better league. Now, with more minutes, you obviously have the opportunity to assist more, score more, and just kind of show your talent more. So take that into consideration when we look at the rest of his stats. Moving on, let's look at Šeško's shots on target, and shots on target percentage. Okay, starting off at 22-23, we can see that out of the last 3 seasons, this is where he took the most shots. But again, I would say the Austrian league is not as good as the German league, so I kind of expect him to have more opportunities to shoot, because the defenders you're playing with at the Bundesliga is going to be at a high level. Let's just be real now. So cool, even when he was still at Salzburg, shots on target is 42. So out of those 79 shots he took, 42 were on target, which equates to a shot on target percentage of 53%. Now, that's a good percentage, and you can see also in the next season he had the same percentage, and I loved that. He kept that shit up. Straight. Straight. He kept that up. But then obviously, in the most recent season, he obviously had 66 shots, which was more shots than he had in the 23-24 season. But like I said, he's getting more minutes, so I expect him to be taking more shots. His shots on target percentage rate, it drops 44%. But then again, cool, you might be thinking, okay, it's dipped. But when you come into a league, you need to realize that the defenders would know that when you're coming up against a team, the team have probably played against you before, so they might know how to set up against you. So 44% shot on target percentage rate, I'm still taking that. But let's move on. Šeško's goals, XG, and assists. While he was still at Salzburg, I was not able to find data for the XG, but that don't matter, man. It doesn't really matter. Let's just look at what we've got. So at Salzburg, 16 goals, 4 assists, so 20 GEA season. And one thing I forgot to mention is, well, I'm only looking at league stats for now anyway. I'm only looking at league stats, so bear that in mind as well. It's clear to see that over the last 3 seasons, his goals have declined. Probably thinking that, oh no, his goals declined. Like, let's be real. From the 23-24 season to the most recent season just gone, it only decreased by 1 goal, and I can see his assists improved by 3. Now, I want to keep saying this because we need to take this into consideration. He played more minutes, so you have more opportunity to do more things. One thing I like though, he's outperforming his XG. That's kind of all that matters. Well, it's not all that matters, but it matters. There's no reason why you should be performing less than your XG, so he's verified on that. He's moved to a harder league, and although it's declined from the 23-24 season to the 24-25 season, like I said, he's made up for it. He's made up for it with more assists. The XG rise and shows he's getting into better spaces, and the assists, he's quietly cooking. That 5-piece in the 24-25 season shows he's not just a shooter. He's starting to link up play too, and it's positive. It's all fun and stuff looking at his stats, but let's look at how he compares against Havertz and Marino. Now, cool. We can look at his stats. Yeah, it's nice. He's in the Bundesliga, but if he was to come to Arsenal, he's going to be playing in the Prem. That's a whole different ball game. So the best thing for me to do, and the best thing I think like we need to do is I want to compare him against Havertz and Marino. And although Havertz didn't play the whole season, even though Marino was not a striker but just got put there, I'm just going to compare his stats as just a point of reference. As you can see, I'm only going to be looking at the most recent season because at the end of the day, that is the Šeško we're going to be getting if we were to get Šeško. Of Havertz and Marino, he does have the highest shot on target percentage rate. Beautiful, because we need a striker, and it's not a thing where we need to just be buying a striker. We need to be buying a striker that's an improvement on what we've got. Because if we're going out to the market to buy someone who's not better than what we've currently got, then literally we're moving backwards. Out of all the three players, he did score the most goals, but he probably played the most minutes in that position. Sometimes Havertz would drop into centre mid, and obviously we do know Marino was playing centre mid at times as well for the majority of the season, I do think. Don't quote me on that, but I think, yeah, because I think it was only like January times he turned to a striker. But yeah, as you can see, out of all the three players, Šeško has the best stats. He does. So for me, I can see he will be an improvement on Havertz and Marino, but me even putting Marino there, it just doesn't really make sense because we do know Marino's not going to be our striker, but like I said, it's just a point of reference. Now, if we look at Šeško's scoring frequency, he scores a goal at least every 185 minutes, compared to Havertz, which is 208 minutes, and Marino, which is 228 minutes. So, like I said, this is an improvement on what we've got. His shots per game is 2.1, Havertz is 2.3, Marino was 1.4. Now, Havertz shoots more during the game, but if they're both presented with the same opportunity, who's my money on? I'm going to put it on Šeško, because I've watched Šeško. Havertz is my guy, but I don't think Havertz is a killer. Next season, it's actually not even funny anymore. Like, even when I'm making this video, like, bro, just bring me quality. That's all I'll keep saying, just bring me quality. I do think Šeško is an improvement on what we've got, so I'm just here to bring you the stats and you can form your own opinions. But yeah, I'm not just going to be talking to talk. If I talk, I'm going to talk sense. Big chances missed. Šeško last season, 10. Havertz, 15. Marino, 8. But again, end of the day, if all three players had the same opportunity, 2 might bag, 1 might miss. 1 might miss, 2 might bag. Do you feel what I'm saying? I don't know if I just said the same thing, but if I did these, what it is. Touches per game, Šeško 30.7, Havertz 36.4, Marino 30.2. Now, Havertz gets touched in the game because Havertz, he's like a false 9. He drops in, he's like a shadow player. He'll get into that space, he'll try and link up play. And one thing I love about Havertz is his movement. Like I said, I still think Havertz is going to be key next season. But the starting striker, I don't need to explain too much. Let's look at his heat map now. His heat map to me just kind of screams kind of a traditional number 9 kind of striker who moves like a shadow. Always lurking just off the shoulder, and he's always ready to strap. Plays on the shoulder, strong activity in the box. To me, his heat map is kind of all over the left and right, so I don't mind that. This is a striker who brings verticality, a clinical asset to the scheme, and it's something else no need. Now, if I'm going to look at Šeško's heat map, I'm also going to give you Havertz's heat map, and also Marino's. Starting off with Havertz. Havertz, like I said, he's like a false 9, and also Havertz is also playing midfielders at certain times. We need to take this into consideration, because this is not just him as a striker. But yeah, Havertz is a different player than Šeško. He likes to drift in the half space, connect the midfield and attack. Like I said, he plays that ghost role. He's not static, he's intelligent. That's one thing about Havertz, he's intelligent. But when you gain in movement, you lose in box presence. He's not just living in the danger zone, he's renting space there. Havertz is effective, but if we're talking about a cold finisher and fox in the box instincts, he's not that. He's more illusion than execution, and right now we need an executioner. We need someone that's gonna put a sword straight to their necks. Straight. Marino, he's like a wild card. This heat map, pure midfield engine. Just a lot of left centre mid activity, dropping deep, linking play, pressing. Now, to me, Marino isn't a striker, he's a tactical puzzle piece. And it's honestly something Arteta pulled from the archives to suit a particular match plan. It's respect, but obviously Marino is not our long-term striker solution. So this summer, Arsenal obviously plotting for moves. The scheme is active, and that striker position, say it before, say it again, top priority. Top priority. Šeško is one of the main names in the files. So if we stack it up, because it's kind of a quick video, I think Šeško, the executor. He brings presence, pace, and a punch. Havertz, what we've got currently, he's the connector. Smooth link up, but he doesn't dominate the box. Marino, he's the supporter. He's tactical, but he's not surgical. I need someone that's going to cut up opponents with ease. Not with ease, because this is the Prem at the end of the day. But I need a bully. Bring me a bully. Someone that sees that opportunity to strike and takes that opportunity. We need that killer. I don't want no nice guy. I need a killer, man. A killer in front of goal. I also need someone who stays in the shadow of defenders and punishes mistakes. Punisher. So, if this transfer goes through, Val 001 might be the missing piece in the striker scheme. But the mission is clear. Find a striker who fits the file. Šeško numbers are live, but the striker saga ain't finished. Up next on the 29 Files Striker Edition, we decode the Viking at Sporting, Viktor Gyökeres. Viktor! But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna talk sense. I'm not just gonna be just chatting whites out my mouth. Stats, wherever I got them from, SofaScore, FB Ref. This is kind of just a breakdown of his stats, but we're gonna do a deeper breakdown with him and obviously the Vikings soon. Love for watching, schemes, and I'll see you when I see you. We gone.